Hello everyone and welcome back to Coach Craig Sports. Today is Saturday, February 26th, and this is the NBA DFS video for today. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a quick little recap of yesterday's picks, seeing how they turned out. Talking about the injuries in play for tonight's slate. It is a 6-game slate overall, and then going over my picks for both FanDuel and DraftKings for tonight's slate as well. But without further ado, we'll get into it with a recap of yesterday's picks. We're going to start off with the DraftKings side. We're going to start off at the point guard position with Luke Kennard. $4,000 looking for 20 points out. He got to 32 last night, so he was a really good hit once again. Then in shooting guard, we had Devin Booker, $9,200 looking for 46 points out. He got to 46.25, so he was a hit. Then in small forward, we had Devin Vassell, $5,000 looking for 25 points out. He got to 32.5, so he was a hit as well. Then we get down to power forward. I switched over to Thaddeus Young once we knew that OG Anunoby was out. Thought maybe he'd get a little bit more minutes, maybe a little bit more playing time. He played about 21 minutes or so. Just didn't do a whole lot in those minutes. So at $3,600, we were looking for 18 points out. He got to 13.25, so he was a miss. And then last but not least, we had Zubac at center. He was $5,000 looking for 25 points out. He got to 12.75, so he was a mess. He only ended up playing 18 minutes in this game. Hartenstein ended up playing 28 minutes, so just kind of unfortunate there. If those minutes get reversed, Zubac looks pretty good. Just didn't happen last night. Then on the FanDuel side, we had Cole Anthony, $6,100 looking for 31 points out. He got to exactly 31 points, so he was a hit. Then in shooting guard, we had Devin Booker, $9,000, looking for 45 points out. Got to 46.1, so he was a hit as well. Small forward went with Jimmy Butler, $8,700, looking for 44 points out. Got to 33.4, he was a miss. Mainly scored the ball, not a whole heck of a lot else yesterday, so just kind of unfortunate for him. At power forward, we went with Mikal Bridges, $5,600. Looking for 28 points out, he got to 23.2, so he ended up being a miss. 3 for 7 from the field. Had some assists, had some rebounds, just didn't do too much else. Usually he's a guy that gets you some steals, some blocks, just didn't really do that last night. And then last but not least at the center position, went with Mo Bamba, $4,500. Kind of looking for a little bit of bounce back game here. 23 points is what we're looking for out of him. He got to 16.4, he was a miss. Played 25 minutes and did end up fouling out in this game, so a little bit unfortunate there overall. So a little bit of a hit or miss day on both DraftKings and FanDuel. If you had some of the right picks alongside some of these guys, if you had exposure to that Washington and San Antonio game, you probably did pretty well yesterday. Otherwise, it was a pretty rough day overall. But with that being said, we'll get moved over into the injuries and play for tonight's slate. So there is the one afternoon game that is the Boston Celtics and the Detroit Pistons. Looks like the Celtics are all the way healthy at this point in time, and Pistons just have Frank Jackson, who is doubtful. Then we move over to the main slate, which does start at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. So the Toronto Raptors, Fred VanVleet still got that green line next to him. He's probably going to be questionable once again tonight on the back-to-back with his knee injury. We'll see if he plays or not. OG Anunoby was out yesterday. Assume he's going to be out today too because he does have a fractured finger. Then for the Atlanta Hawks, they're without John Collins and Lou Williams. And then DeAndre Hunter is questionable to play. He obviously left the game early last time with an injury. Then for the Memphis Grizzlies, they're without Dillon Brooks and Yves Pons, so no changes there. For the Chicago Bulls, just without Lonzo Ball, Alex Caruso, and Patrick Williams, so the same as the last time as well. Moving down to the Washington Wizards, Kristaps Porzingis is still out. Thomas Bryant does have the green line next to him. Was questionable yesterday, ended up playing. Maybe he's questionable once again today. Then for the Cleveland Cavaliers, they're without Darius Garland, Karis LeVert, and Rajon Rondo. So pretty much all the point guard options they have. They still have Brandon Goodwin. They just signed Tim Frazier to a 10-day contract, and he's questionable to play tonight as well. Then we move down to the Spurs. Zach Collins is going to be out tonight on the back-to-back. Looks like Romeo Langford, Josh Primo, and Josh Richardson all likely to be out once again. Just keep an eye on that throughout the day. And then for the Miami Heat, Markieff Morris, Victor Oladipo, I would assume are both out once again. Dedmon List is out. He missed yesterday, but he was questionable up until that point, so we'll see if he plays tonight or not. Then for the Brooklyn Nets, Kevin Durant, Joe Harris, and Ben Simmons all listed as out. Gordon Dragic is listed as a game-time decision. Not sure he's going to play tonight. Probably needs some more conditioning at this point in time. For the Milwaukee Bucks, they're without Brook Lopez and Pat Connaughton, and then George Hill is questionable to play tonight. He's obviously missed quite a few games before the All-Star break. Then for the Sacramento Kings, we get down to Terrence Davis, who's out, probably out for the season, and then Rashawn Holmes, who's questionable to play, did end up missing the last time out. For the Denver Nuggets, Kankar Murray and Porter are all out once again, and then Zeke Naji questionable to play. He had missed a few games before the All-Star break, popped up as questionable the last time out, and then was ruled out, so I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't play again tonight. But with that being said, that's a quick little rundown on all the injuries in play for tonight. Not a lot that we're actually looking at in terms of questionable guys, anything like that. But if anything else does pop up throughout the day, definitely be on top of that and let you guys know down in the comments as well. But with that being said, we'll get moved over to DraftKings and talk about my picks over there. So we're going to start off at the point guard position with Brandon Goodwin, $4,200, looking for 21 points out. Should be that starting point guard tonight for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Currently I'm projected for about 25, 26 points. Definitely looking like a solid option on tonight's slate overall. Then at shooting guard, we're going to go with Bogdanovich, playing very, very well for the Hawks the last 4 or 5 games. He's been really, really killing it. And DeAndre Hunter, if he doesn't end up starting, maybe we see Bogdanovich in that starting lineup once again. $6,100, looking for 30, 31 points on. Currently, I'm projected for 32, 33 points tonight. Then at small forward, we're going right back to my buddy Devin Vassell. $5,100, looking for 25, 26 points out of him. Currently, I'm projected for 26, 27 points tonight. In that starting lineup, playing solid minutes, probably playing pretty well once again. Then at power forward, we're going to go with Scotty Barnes, $5,600, looking for 28 points out, averaging 32 points on the season. Obviously plays a little bit better when OG Anunoby's not in the lineup. Just gives him a little bit more opportunities overall. So Scotty Barnes, somebody I'm definitely interested in once again tonight. Currently have him projected for 30 points. Then at center, going to go with Bam Adebayo, $8,400, looking for 42 points out, averages about 41 on the season. Currently having projected for 44 points, has some upside for more, has been playing very, very well as of late. So Bam Adebayo, definitely someone I'm interested in once again tonight. But if you go with these 5 players on the DraftKings side, you have $20,600 remaining, just over $6,800 per player. So probably not the ability to pay up for a stud on tonight's slate. Maybe a little more balanced approach. Maybe if we get some other value that does open up throughout the day, that could change things around just a little bit. But as of right now, looking more like a balanced approach type of day on the DraftKings side. But with that being said, we'll get moved over to FanDuel and talk about my picks over there as well. So the point guard position on FanDuel is one that I really, really just don't like today. But we obviously have to play 2 of them. I'm just put Brandon Goodwin up there as well. $5,400 is a lot larger price tag on the FanDuel side. Looking for 27 points out. Currently have Brandon Goodwin projected for 26 points. Hopefully he has a little bit of upside for more that gets him up over that threshold that we're looking for out of him tonight. Shooting guard, kind of the same territory there. I want to end up on Will Barton, $5,800. Looking for 29 points out of him, averaging just over 29 on the season. Coming off a very good game, playing against the Kings team that doesn't play the best defense in the world either. Will Barton is definitely somebody I would consider tonight. And with that being said, I currently have him projected for 29, 30 points once again tonight. Then a small forward, Danilo Gallinari looks really, really good tonight. $5,000, looking for 25 points out of him. Coming off a monster game, obviously, but can't really take that too much into effect. But at $5,000, definitely can outperform that price tag. Currently, I'm projected for about 27 points tonight. Then at power forward, we're going down to Kyle Kuzma. Price tag went down just a little bit, $7,400, looking for 37 points out. And we've seen him go up over 40 multiple times this season. Currently, I'm projected for about 39 points, but definitely has some upside for more as well. Then last but not least, we're going to Nikola Jokic at that center position. Obviously, he's one of the most expensive players on the slate, but a guy that I do like quite a bit today. Looking for about 58 points out. Currently, I'm projected for 60 points on the FanDuel side tonight. But with that being said, if you go with these 5 players on the FanDuel side, you have $24,900 remaining, just over $6,200 per player. So you're going to have to get a little creative here, maybe find some value, maybe just spread the wealth completely. It's going to be a really interesting slate, especially from a FanDuel perspective, but looking more like a balanced build type of day on both sites. But with that being said, these are my picks for both FanDuel and DraftKings for today, February 25th. As always, if you have any questions related to NBA DFS, be sure to leave them down in the comments below, and I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. Also, be sure to let me know your favorite play on tonight's slate, whether it's on FanDuel or DraftKings. Heck, if you want to talk a little bit of Super Draft, always down to talk some Super Draft as well. Typically doing the live stream with JC Money Design and myself. We will not be doing that today. I've got a couple other things going on later today, so we'll be back at that for Sunday's slate. But if you have any questions, still feel free to reach out, and I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. And then, as always, I'll be listing all the injury updates, COVID news, and starting lineups down in the comments below, as well as my updated core about a half hour prior to lock. So definitely make sure you're checking up on that throughout the day and as we get closer to lock so that you have the best information available to you as possible. But with that being said, if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Definitely would appreciate it. It helps to build the community that we're trying to build here at Coach Craig Sports, which is one that's truly for you, the viewers, helping you with your DFS, whether it's NBA or NFL, helping you with your fantasy football teams. I know it's kind of that fantasy football offseason. Going to be talking some Dynasty, going to be talking some NFL draft prospects, so definitely be sure to check some of that out as it does come out in the coming weeks. And then with that being said, if you are a new or current subscriber yet to do so, also be sure to hit that notification bell down below. It's going to let you know every single time I post up a new video. Like I've been saying, I post up daily NBA DFS videos just like this. But with that being said, that's all I have for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed. And then last but not least, special shout out to each and every one of you watching today's video. I truly do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Definitely means a lot to me, and I hope each and every one of you has a great rest of your day.